Hello there, guys. This interview is another one held in English, and this time it's gonna be somehow different. Since I wanted to have a conversation with my friend in India, who is called Vinay Pathak, as probably some of you know. Um, and because we were not able to establish a proper proper internet connection, I have to deal with the issue in a different way. Therefore, I asked Vinay some questions. I sent it to him, and he managed to record those answers on my questions. After that, and he later sent it to me. So now my task was to somehow comment and say these questions again to the camera, to you, and hopefully you like this interview as well. So this is the introduction. I also sometimes want to introduce my friend. Who am I gonna talk with? Vinay is a person who studied here at the Faculty of Science, and we've met probably during the preparation of some half marathon race here in Olomouci. Because he did there the volunteering, so probably, yeah, that should be it. I don't know if 4 years ago, maybe he will tell us. Let's see.
Hello everyone, my name is Vinay Pathak. I am from India. My hometown is situated approximately 600 kilometers from the capital city, Delhi. I belong to a very small, tiny village. As you can see in the background, this is my village. This is where I belong. I am right now standing at the top of the house so that you can see the background. To tell you what I am doing in Czech Republic, I came to Czech Republic to pursue my PhD in biochemistry. I was searching for PhD program with scholarship in some European country, and I got admission in Czech Republic, so I just came to Czech Republic to meet such nice people like you guys. I met Hunza in Olomouci half marathon. He is the coordinator, he is the organizer, one of the organizers. So yeah, I wanted to volunteer in that, just to help the runners coming to the city. I was studying there, so I thought it would be something extra curricular activity to add to my studies, just to have some experience, to meet some local people, and also to help the people coming to the city.
The second question was dealing with Vinay's arrival in Czech Republic. So I asked him how come that little boy from India came to the Czech Republic, and how was he doing here?
How I came to Czech Republic, or how I decided that I should go to Czech Republic. After my masters, after I finished my masters in biochemistry from a reputed university in India, I was searching for a PhD program with scholarship in like somewhere in Europe, because I heard a lot about Europe and I wanted to see it by myself. So I applied in many universities and I got selected in Pulaski University in Department of Biophysics, Faculty of Science. So yeah, I came to Olomouci. I got scholarship, and I also like traveling. I like to see the world, and it was a nice opportunity for me to come to Europe and travel around. I have been to many countries in Europe so far. And also, I had some friends who were studying in Czech Republic. One of my friend was in Prague, and one of my friend was in Brno. So they also told me that almost is a nice small town, uh, um, and it's good to stay there. And the university, Palackého University, is also very reputed university in Czech Republic. So I thought, why not? Also, Czech Republic is in Central Europe, so it gave me a nice opportunity to travel around. So yeah, I just thought, okay, that's a nice opportunity for me to go to Europe. And about the program, after my bachelor's in biology, I decided to do my master's in biochemistry. Biochemistry is a really nice field, I believe. You can do a lot of good things for the humankind. You can discover new medicine, or you can work in some research organization, or you can teach. There is a lot of opportunities, and I really liked this specialization, especially immunology part of this subject. So yeah, I really like this subject, so I thought it would be good to do some research in this field. So I just chose this field, and I came to Czech Republic.
My question number 3 was, I'm kind of aware that you probably do not know. You probably know where the India is, right? But you probably don't have the proper or appropriate notion of how to get there, how far it really is. So I asked Vinay if he can tell us how much time would you need to get to his location. So in that part of world, where is he, and what's the living like there?
If you ever want to visit my hometown or come to India and come to my hometown, uh, it is situated in northern India, approximately 680 kilometers from capital city Delhi. And you can let's say for example, from Vienna you can take a direct flight, let's say Air India flight, and fly to Delhi. It takes like 7 hours, and you get very good food, and it's also very cheap. So don't worry about the price also. It's very very cheap, and very good experience, I can tell you. And it's not very long flight. So, and you can arrive to Delhi, and from Delhi you can take again another flight, and come to my hometown by flight, like in 1.5 hours. So because the whole country is well connected via trains, buses, and flights as well. And flight would be the most convenient option, and you can reach in very short distance. But if you want to see the local villages and like the towns on the way, you can also take a train. We have very convenient trains as well, and they're also not very expensive. So but by trains it might take like 7-8 hours again. Why I came this time, I came on vacation because I had my wedding. So I got married in February. So I came home for my wedding. And also, one of my Czech friend, I invited him. He came to attend my wedding, and he was really happy to be here. Um, like I mentioned, he came to Delhi from Prague, and then from Delhi he took a flight to come to my hometown, and then I picked him up from the airport. So and he came. He stayed with us for almost a week at my house, and yeah, he was really happy. So yeah, if you ever want to visit my hometown, you're most welcome. You can let me know if you need any help. I can guide you, and I can also be your tourist guide if I am here in India, and I can also show you around. So yeah, it would be a nice opportunity if you want to visit.
In the next question, I asked Vinay about the current situation in India because, I asked many people from all over the world, from the US, from the Canada, from the Germany, yeah. So I asked them what's the situation like now, and I asked him this question as well: if there is any way he had altered his way of living, and how is he coping with the situation.
As you all know, right now we are facing hard times due to this corona outbreak. Yeah, in India also we are facing difficult times. The government is taking measures to control this. Mainly, they are focusing on keeping the distance to stop the human to human spreading. Uh, so this is the main thing government is focusing on, and also they have stopped everything. All the international borders are seized. All the local transports have been stopped, and people are advised to stay at homes. And government is doing everything to help people to stay at homes, like like small workers who are dependent on daily wages. Government is providing them financial support directly into their bank accounts. Government opened bank accounts for almost all the citizens in the country, and they have categorized the poor people, like who are who have limited income, like under certain limitation. And so government is transferring money into their accounts directly, so that they can time to time, when the banks are open, because banks are open actually, so they can go to the banks and withdraw the money and buy the necessary things. Also, government is providing food supplies to people, like for free, that too for free. You can imagine, India is a huge country, and we have a huge population, and still we have been doing pretty well with to control this corona spreading throughout the country. uh, um, so yeah, I would say we are doing pretty well. We do have certain a number of corona cases detected, uh, but we have been able to control pretty much well, very well. For me particularly, it's a very good thing for me that I could stay home. I recently got married, and I could stay with my wife for longer. Otherwise, I would have to go to Czech Republic and join the work. But I could stay home. I could have like a home prepared meals, and spend time with my family. And as you can see in the background, like we have so many mango trees at home, and we have, like this size mangoes. They are raw, so they're not ripe yet, but we will soon have like sweet mangoes. And yeah, it's a beautiful nature and fresh air and fresh food and everything. We have a lot of agricultural farms, so we can get all the vegetables from the farms. And yeah, so it's a nice life for me, and I don't mind staying at home, like this quarantine period. We have everything what we need. We have food, we have everything. So I mean, yeah, it's a nice life, I would say. Like, I mean, it's bad that this kind of disease is spreading in the world and many people are dying. But if you ask me particularly, like, like, the main reason why it is spreading, people are not people are not uh, living in coordination with the nature, in cooperation with the nature. We should explore, we should not exploit the nature. Basically, this kind of disease spreading is happening due to this kind of habit what people are doing. Like, as you might have heard that mainly it started because some people were eating some bats or something like that in China. So yeah, and we Indians especially, we really love nature. And yeah, so I mean, you can see in I can see particularly in my village, people are happy, nobody is complaining, and they are happy with their lives. And also, we are prepared in any kind of situation, like we have food reserves, we have vegetables in our local gardens, we have fruits, we have we have pet cows or buffaloes to get milk from it. I mean, we have pretty much everything. So I always, because I have been raised in this kind of lifestyle, so I always admire this kind of lifestyle when you are not dependent on outside sources too much. Pretty much you have everything what you need in your daily lives. So yeah, um,
My next question was dealing with Vinay personally and his personal experience during this break during this lockdown. If there is any time when he became overwhelmed by this situation, and how did he cope with it?
how I survived during this corona time, I would say, like in my particular case, it was different because I recently got married, and so I was pretty much very happy to be able to stay at home after wedding. I didn't have to go back to work. Also, in the beginning, because I had to report, my vacation was over, and I had to go back to work. I told my supervisors that I'm unable to come back to work because all the international borders are seized. So they agreed, and they helped me. They said, okay, for at least 2 weeks, I could be on a sick leave, for example. Also, I was like a little bit not feeling well because I had some little cough and cold symptoms. So it was better to stay home. And after that, they are, they are arranging things so that I can work from home. So yeah, I mean, I am staying with family. Like, like we stay in a big house with all the members of the family. And, it's really fun. And you can, time passes so fast. You don't even realize that you have to do something to, like a time pass thing. Time passes so fast. And we have some interesting TV series as well, some which you can watch. And you can do some work on your laptop and talk to your family members and play with little children, like younger siblings. brothers and sisters or other little children you have at home. And you can spend time in your village. You can also, you can explore your hobbies. I have, I really like gardening. So we every day we are like doing some gardening, sowing some seeds, like some vegetables, and also some other spices in our garden. So that's really nice. um, yeah, during such times, if we explore our hobbies and try to stay connected with our families, that helps. Such kind of things help you in any kind of situation in life. And trust me, this current period is not that difficult, at least for me. I feel, and I believe, everybody can survive if they are close to their families, and if you focus on positive things you have in your life, not complaining about the current situation, whatever you are facing.
Vinay, how do you relax?
How do I relax? Like I mentioned earlier, focus on your hobbies. Sometimes I listen to music, do some meditation, and every morning when I wake up, I do some yoga and some meditation, and listen to some music, and watch some TV serials, some movies, and do some gardening. You can also spend some time, with nature. You can walk around, you can see beautiful nature, some green trees, and other agricultural farms, and with some flower plants, and some vegetables. You can do some gardening, you can take care of them, you can water them, and you can remove the other unnecessary grasses. Yeah, that helps me to spend some time with nature and relax and stay calm.
Question number 7 was about the current situation in India. Not about politics, but about the measures the government is taking and how the people are dealing with the situation themselves.
How is the current situation in India due to corona outbreak, or how the local people are dealing with it? Mainly government is focusing on social distancing. They are asking people not to come out of their houses, stay at home, so that even if you don't know if you have the disease, do not spread it to other people, because it spreads by human touch, by human to human. You can infect other people, so it's better to stay at home in quarantine. Most of the people, they're following the government guidelines. And for jobs, government is asking the employers not to cut their salaries, even though they are not coming to work because of this outbreak. And of course, there are difficulties. The people who are away from home, they have been to other hometowns, other towns for they have been away from their hometowns for work. They are in difficult times. They are not able to come back home. They are not able to come to their families. They have to stay there. They are not able to go to work. But government is trying to provide all the necessary things to them, government is trying to provide them food. The people who are not able to they don't have enough money to get food, or even if they have money, they cannot go to buy it. They are somehow stuck to such places where they cannot buy food. Government is making sure to like they have made people responsible for it. They are providing food to people free of cost, food to people, and also they're helping people in every way they can. Also, like recently some things like like people gathered, they were like misinformed that the local public transport is going to work. So some people gathered at some place, so government asked them to stay there. They built temporary houses for them, and they are providing food for them so that they can stay wherever they are. So I would say the government is handling it pretty well, and the people, they are supporting the government. They are doing everything the government is asking them to do. Of course, there are uh, some exceptions. There are people, like for example, there was recently some gathering, some religious gathering by some Muslim preachers and at in Delhi, and they were those people were corona infected, and they spread throughout the country. I mean, in India, the corona spread is mainly because of them. Like almost all the cases which are being detected, most of the people belong to that gathering. They were like, I mean, they breached the law. They didn't obey the government. The government asked people not to gather at any place in a large number, maintain the social distancing, but they didn't obey. So such kind of situation is also happening sometimes, but government is tackling them very well. They have all such people have been quarantined, they have been arrested, and people, like what I would say, India is still a country of villages. Most of the people, most of the population stays in villages. So it's easier, in villages it's easier to manage our lives. Villages still hold everything, all the food supplies, and like all the necessary things what you need in your daily life. We have everything. So I mean, if you focus on cities mainly, you will have problems. People will face problems. But in a country like India, we we are from I'm sorry, from ancient time we are living in harmony with the nature, so we are prepared in all such kind of situations. Of course, there are some problems sometimes. I'm not saying like it is perfect or we are perfect, but we are handling it pretty well. If you see the number of corona cases which have been detected or which have been uh, um, you know identified, which are very less, and so yeah, we are handling it pretty well, I would say.
The last question is always simple. Can you, Vinay, give us some kind of advice how to cope with the situation ourselves, how not to get mad, how to deal with all this lockdown?
If I have to give suggestions on how to survive during corona outbreak or this quarantine period, I would say focus on your hobbies, and stay connected to your families. And of course, most of the people are working from home, so you have to also focus on your productivity. And then in your free time, focus on your hobbies, like let's say for example, gardening, or um, other listening to music, or do some yoga. Relax, talk to spend time with kids. I mean, yeah, I would say these are effective ways, in my opinion, uh, to survive in such hard times. Thank you. Bye bye.
So, Vinay, thanks very much. I am very happy that I had you here in my program. and hopefully see you soon. And it really does not matter if it will be on the racing track or with a beer or whatever. Yeah. So take care, and take care all of you. And so this was interview number 56, I guess. So bye bye.